There's lots of stuff that I don't know. The stuff that everyone knows is just a small piece of this mysterious world. My grandpa loved to read and owned lots of books, too many to count. When I was a kid, I used to borrow his books in secret and read them. Now, this, my people, is a new series on my channel called Birthday's the Beginning, and I am super excited about this one, and I'll tell you why. This particular game, apart from being all these things that I love, like having evolution and having building and having just creating a world, which you know if you watch my channel that I love so much, it is actually made by the person who made the original Harvest Moon, which I think some people have as Story of Seasons because it all got rebranded and very confusing, but it's by Yasuhiro Wada. And I really hope I pronounced that right because this man is a genius, okay? And he's made so many cool games, and this is his newest one. So I am very proud to present it to you. So let's go. So one day, a day like any other day, I was reading a book when an old scrap of paper fell out. It looked like a small map, specifically a map of this area. And in the forest a spot had been marked. Maybe it's a treasure map. A childish notion, I know. I had no way of knowing if the map was real or not, but it didn't seem too far away, so away I went. I love that. I just found a map. I don't know where it went, but I just thought, maybe they'll get kidnapped. Pockets of sunlight seeped through the dense canopy of trees, dimly shining my way as I walked through the dark forest. See, there's a dark forest already. And right when I thought, I think this is the spot, a beam of light appeared before me. At that moment I wanted to run, but my feet wouldn't budge. So there I stood, and then, as if beckoning me, the light began to move. Scary light. And my feet responded in kind. I felt like a puppet. There was nothing I could do. See, don't go in that cave. Come on, don't go in that cave. That's a stupid idea. Okay, I eventually arrived at the entrance to a cave. The light continued into the cave, and my feet continued after it. Shortly after, I lost consciousness. See, it doesn't sound good, does it? When I woke up, there was a giant cube before me. Next to it, a smaller cube-like object and a creature I had never seen before. And with that, the strangest incident of my life had begun. So we're in the cave, and someone called Navi is speaking to us, saying, "Welcome to this unknown world. I don't have a name myself, but if you want, you can call me Navi. That red guy's your avatar. You can give it any name you want." Well, we best do that on the keyboard then, I imagine. I'm playing this with a controller, but I will do that bit with a keyboard. For a long time, my job has been to birth life on worlds such as this one, the big grey cube world. But lately, things haven't gone right. I know everything about this world, but I can't do anything on my own. See? It's bad to be a god that doesn't have any hands and can't do anything, you know? So I called upon you. I'm sure you don't understand, but trust me, you're a chosen one. Why do you always have to be the chosen one? I don't know. You seem confused. I just need help, that's all. I'm sure you won't let me down. Not sure I trust you, Navi. If life can be birthed on this world, I can finally complete my task. See, when random godlike things... I've just been to see Guardians of the Galaxy, and, you know, never trust gods. Never. Okay, so let's go. And then you can return to your world. See, I am prisoner. I can't return until I've done this. You have lured me into a cave, kidnapped me, and told me that I have to complete things for you, tasks for you, so that I can return home. Does that sound like a benevolent god to you? Together we can move forward. It is our only option. First things first, you need to know the rules of this world. Now let's begin. Well, I guess I have to now. You've kidnapped me. Do you see that red square? That's the cursor. It can highlight various things. When raising and lowering terrain, the cursor will be the center point. You can also specify an area to use items. Let's try moving first. Use the left stick to move the cursor wherever you'd like. Now the reason... See, it's not letting me... Oh, I guess I have to get out of the talkie menu first. You can move any direction this way. If you hold LT at the same time, you'll move even faster. You can also use LB to change your point of view. Hold down LB and move the right stick to zoom in and out. Okay. So, LB... Oh, it's still not letting me... Try it. You see that small map at the top right? That's the mini-map. There's a location highlighted in red on the mini-map. Why don't you head over there? Oh, okay, I've moved over there now. LT was supposed to let me move, zoom in and out, so I'll have to try that in a minute. Okay, alright, everything seems okay. While we're at it, I'll explain the minimap. The minimap displays a bird's eye view of the entire cube. The red dot represents your location. The distribution of life and the condition of the land is also displayed. It might look drab now, yes, but it will get more lively if you do well. The direction that the red dot is pointing represents the direction you are facing. Next, we should move the terrain. You're probably wondering why. Well, it's a key part of birthing life in this world. Press RB and the area selected by the cursor will rise. I didn't do that, by the way. It's doing it for me. When you press RT, the area selected by the cursor will lower. You can also do something like this. Well, you can if you have the right tools. By raising and lowering the terrain, you can influence this world's environment. Basically, raising the land will decrease its temperature and lowering the land will increase it. That right there is the whole game. Raise the land will decrease the temperature. Lower the land, increase the temperature. This change in temperature will be displayed on the minimap. However, temperature fluctuations are affected by other variables besides terrain elevation. By raising and lowering terrain, you shape the environment. In doing so, new life will be born that is suited for various environments. When a life form thrives and its population increases, you can birth new types of life. Repeating this cycle will allow you to birth various life forms. And that's it, really. Now let's try raising and lowering the terrain. Press RB to raise and RT to lower. Hold down either button for sustained rising or lowering. Also, you can use the left stick to move while you're raising and lowering the terrain. I'm not clever enough to do that. I just go up and down. So, up, up, down, down. Maybe it needs us to do a bit more than that. Let's just go over here. And I think as well, eventually you'll be able to expand this cursor out. But I don't think we're high level yet. Let's see how low we can go. Whee! Oh no! We ran out of health! Looks like you've run out of HP. And HP here, I don't know whether HP is the best way to say it, but it's more like a stamina bar, to be honest. I don't think my avatar really has too much in the way of health. But I can heal it in macro mode. But I'll heal you just this once. There are other ways to control the land. One way is by using items. You see that yellow dot on the minimap? That represents an item. Head over there and obtain the valley source. You just need to go near it. I'll show you how to use it. Okay, cool. Let's get out of this hole we dug. I might need to do something about that a bit later. But look, we have an item. Good job. This item will dig a big hole in the ground. Press A to open the item menu and X to use it. Use the valley source and move the terrain. This may be a bother, but I'd like to put 2 of those 3 in a specific location. The locations are marked red but on the minimap. You can put the last one wherever you want. Okay. I need to go here. Apparently. And so we need to use the valley source. Yay! We dug a big hole. What do you think? Useful, huh? There are lots of useful items, but right now I have something more important to tell you. So I have to tell you about the sea. This is the start of our sea. It's the birthplace of all life. You can create water using the primordial drop. This is how it all starts. Try using the primordial drop in the hole you made with the valley source. Okay, let's do that then, shall we? Primordial drop. This is the birth of our world, pretty much. This is the start of the sea and the start of what will eventually be life. Yay! This is the starts of my sea. It's water! Congratulations! This is the first of what I hope will be many birthdays. In this world, this large pool of water that you created is called a sea. On the cursor status to the right, you can see that the height is in the negatives. Can you see over, I will bring the mouse in, here, cursor status, and the sea is at -5t. Everything in the negatives is the sea. That's the rule of this world. It's almost time for life to be born. Ha, if only things were that simple. But waiting around is pretty boring, so let's use an item to speed this up. Ta-da! The broth of life. This amazing item creates organisms without fail. But you have to use it in the sea. After all, that's the birthplace of all life. So says you. So, we've got this drop now. Let's use that. Broth of life. You can go where the primordial drop went. Now all we have to do is wait for a life to be born. But right now, time is frozen. If time flowed normally while you tried to work, things could turn bad real quick. So here's another important rule. Time only passes by when you watch the world unfold from a distance. So try pressing Y. Y! Oh, we jumped into the sky! Okay. Now you can watch the world from a distance. You can adjust the distance with the right stick. But not right now, apparently. This is called macro mode, and it's very important. It's how you unfreeze time. Oh look, my hole I dug got water in it. When time passes, the cube's environment will change with each passing moment. And when the cube's environment has fulfilled a condition, life will be born into this world. Let time pass and watch what happens. Press LB to unfreeze time. Go ahead, try it. Let's try it. Let's unfreeze time. Let's also try that right stick thing. Okay, so the right stick will allow us to zoom, one zoom, and back one zoom. But, you know, it's good to see things close up, so we'll just close in on it. And we started time. And we have some phytoplankton. Another happy birthday, congratulations. It's phytoplankton. This is said to be the original life form. Life news is displayed on the right. You can see new displayed next to phytoplankton. I was just a second ago. This is how you'll find out when new life forms are born. Make sure you don't miss a single birthday. The cube status below will show you information about this world. So there's phytoplankton. Around there was where it said new, but then that's worn off. This is the cube status, showing air temperature, what the actual air temperature is, if it's on the way up or down, what percentage of the cube is plant or animal, and what percentage of the cube is land or water. Temperature fluctuations, flora and fauna status, terrain, proportion, stuff like that. Oh yeah, I need to show you the mechanics of birthing life. Well, that would be handy, wouldn't it? Temperature is the most important factor for life to be born. Generational and geographical change matters too, but the most important by far is temperature. Now the ratio of sea to land determines the temperature. Also the height of the land a little bit as well, and the depth of the sea. The more land there is, the lower the temperature. The more sea there is, the higher the temperature. Elevation is also a factor. Higher elevations make lower temperatures and vice versa. If you remember that while you shape the terrain, various life forms will be born. Oh, sorry, if you remember that while you shape the terrain, various life forms will be born. Got to say it in the right way, or it doesn't make any sense. I mentioned before how you can progress time, but I'll tell you something a little more useful. At the bottom of the screen, you can change the speed at which time progresses. LB will start and stop time, LT will fast forward and stop time. Starting time will heal your HP, while fast forwarding will consume it. So as time goes on, your HP will go up, but if you hit the trigger to make it go faster, it's going to consume your HP, and then you'll have less to work with when you go back into the cube. So let's try fast forwarding time, press LT. Okay. Meow. Time is going fast, really, really fast. Do some more. Let's do some more. Oh, look, some zooplankton! You can see the new thing now. A new species has been born. That makes 3 birthdays now. Expect to see a lot more. As a reward, I'll heal your HP. Now, what was born was zooplankton, the first multicellular organism. It eats phytoplankton to survive. This is the first link in the food chain. Yay! Let me explain a little more about life forms. Sometimes the environment can no longer support certain species when they begin to increase in number. When that happens, the species will adapt to the environment, and through evolution, a new species will be born. Sometimes one species will appear because another one has gone extinct. Life sure is mysterious, isn't it? A lot of reading today. After the third life form is born, you can continue on. You can zoom in and change the terrain and do all kinds of stuff. Then just go to macro mode and let time unfold again. If you're ever not sure what to do, press RS for a hint. Now, any of you that don't know what RS is on a controller, that's pressing down your right stick. Use it whenever the need arises. I had to actually look up a lot of button controls. It really uses everything on the controller, this game. Really, really does. It's using your back buttons, your back triggers. It's using your stick, your right stick, your left stick. You'll eventually use the depression on the left stick. It's using the arrow keys separate to the stick keys, to the sticks, and it's using pretty much all 4 buttons as well. It uses every button on the controller that possibly exists. Yay! We got the stromatolite. Gotta say that right. There's gonna be lots of species that I mispronounce now. Wow, another species was born. Another birthday to celebrate. Yes. This is stromatolite, a rock-like organism made of algae that lives in high-temperature shallows. Why was stromatolite born, you ask? Because the location met the conditions for life, therefore it was born. That means you can expect them to thrive in these conditions too. Locations factors all sorts of variables, such as temperature, height, terrain, and more. You might want to zoom in and look for hints. Now you know the 3 important factors to birthing life: temperature, life form, prosperity and extinction, and location. These 3 factors have a deep connection to the birth of the world. When life is born, other life might go extinct. Life forms that cannot adapt will die off. Life forms that are in danger of going extinct will display a exclamation mark in life news. These explanations are getting lengthy, but please bear with me. Press Y to enter the world. We'll enter the world again. Okay, so we're going to do some more stuff in the world now. This screen is micro mode. Macro and micro may seem similar, but don't mix them up. Macro is big, micro is small. Now we've talked about the minimap before. The minimap will display the position of all the organisms in the world. You can see a little pink dot. Items appear as yellow, but animals and plants are displayed as coloured dots. Try looking for the stromatolite that was just born. It's displayed as a pink dot. New life forms will be recorded in your library. This act is known as capturing. If you approach an organism you haven't captured yet, a pink triangle will appear. Click the touchpad button to capture the life form and add it to your library. This information can be viewed at any time. Organism info will be displayed in the window. Now give it a try. Now, I think something it didn't explain very well there is that the button to capture, just in case any of you, I know I'm going to be releasing this before the game is out, but just in case any of you are looking, at this a bit later on and you want to know what the buttons are, it's the button that would normally, would have select or start on your controller. This is the button that would normally be, I believe, select. That is the capture button. So you're going to capture that. and then it gives you an information little card about it. Now, it leveled me up. Look, I've got a bigger cursor now. Congratulations on leveling up. There's one other benefit to capturing. It's how you obtain EXP. EXP is used to power up your avatar. The more you capture, the more EXP you gain to level up your avatar. You gain more HP for creating terrain, and you can adjust the size of the cursor too. So we've got more HP. That means that we can do more to the terrain in one go, and then the cube will get bigger and we'll do more and more and more stuff. Use the left and right directional buttons to adjust the cursor size. So this is not the sticks, this is the actual buttons, the directional buttons. When life is born, find it and capture it. This process is very important. Yes, because then you get the info on it. That's right, there's a view mode that has different points of view than micro mode. It's useful for getting a wide view of the surrounding area, and it has another more useful function too. In view mode, the mini-map displays organisms that haven't been captured yet. You'll find out why that's inconvenient soon enough. The controls in view mode are simple. Use the left stick to move, and use the right stick to look around. You can also use the directional buttons to move. Movement varies between the left stick and directional buttons, so use whichever suits you best. So if you're finding it difficult to move around, you can adjust height. You can, if you wanted to take screenshots of your beautiful looking cube and send them to your friends, that would be what you would use for it. I personally don't like the view mode as much, but I'll show it to you. You cannot change the terrain, but you can ascend and descend. Give it a try. So we'll give it a try. And the LS, so that's again depressing the left stick. So we'll come out of the water first, because we'll be like in the middle of the water. It's not good. Okay, so press my left stick, and suddenly we're in view mode. So we can look around. I can use the directional buttons to move just in one plane, whereas if I use my stick, it tends to go forward in the direction I'm looking at. If I press RB, I ascend. If I press RT, I descend. I can turn the UI on or off using the start button. So if you accidentally turn it off, you know what you've done. Press the start button. And then the right stick will reset the camera again. Very simple. And then depress the left stick to come out of it. How was it? Oh, you're sad because nothing is there. Like I said, this world is pretty much in your hands. Now let's return to macro mode. Do you understand how this world works now? Before you move on, there's one more thing I'd like to teach you. If you press start, you can change the control settings, adjust the volume, and save your data. Extinction is usually a natural part of life, but if you have saved data... Huh? What am I talking about? Well, never mind, let's just move on. To birth a new species, you need more stromatolites. If zooplankton is present, that means there are shallows, 1t to minus 3t. Sorry, minus 1t to minus 3t. If you center flat terrain on the stromatolites, it will be easier for them to flourish. They have an easier time increasing in wide areas. This is true for all organisms, so make sure you remember that. Now try widening the shallows. Your goal is 1,000. Okay, we'll try and widen the shallows a little. So we maybe need to just make them a little flatter. They seem quite happy there, and that is minus... That's actually C. So they are growing in the sea. I thought they only grew in the shallows. Interesting, isn't it? You're apparently not meant to grow there. But maybe we could try just lowering the terrain a little bit in the sea to see if they'll help them. Right, let's just lower was trigger. Yes, that was right. So I'll just make a big old flat strip down here that the stromatolite can expand into. So we've got a big strip of land there that they can seems to be about the right height for these guys to grow. So we'll see if that helps. So let's go back out to the Y menu. And we'll see if their population goes up. So I've got plenty of health, so I can fast forward it as well. There we go. So we'll fast forward a little bit. And look, there we go. We hit our 1,000 really, really quickly. Here's a small present called a Seed of Life. The next step is to birth a new organism. If you use the Seed of Life, an organism suited to that location will be born. Use this item to create the new organism, Cyclomedusa. Cyclomedusa are basically ancestral jellyfish. They live in high temperature seas and float along the water's surface eating plankton. Approach the stromatolites and use the Seed of Life. Okay, let's go. So we're gonna basically force these guys to mutate, which I don't believe in. I like doing things well, I might do it for this Let's Play. I might do a little bit more using Seed of Life than I did in my practice playthrough to make it a bit quicker, but it gives you better results for the level if you don't use things like this to cheat. So I'm gonna cheat now. Hee hee hee. Okay, so go back to macro mode and let time unfold, and we should get our Cyclomedusa, but I think we probably would have got it anyway, to be honest. But we have to do what Navi says right now. We can't be little rebels. Let's time pass. Let time pass really fast. Cyclomedusa! Everything's going smoothly. Here is Seed of Evolution. This item induces evolution in organisms. By using it on a life form, you can turn it into its evolved form. Nice. Use it to make a Calunia out of stromatolite. Calunia is a seaweed from the Proterozoic era. First enter micro mode and find a stromatolite. Okay, once you find one, put your cursor over it and use the Seed of Evolution. Even if you don't use it, it will appear under the right conditions. If you can birth it without using items, something good might happen later. Anyway, once you birth the Calunia, you can move on. Oh, so it's giving us a choice. Let's see if we can do without. Let's see. Now, the other thing I wanted to quickly show you was if you go in the start menu, because it sort of mentioned the start menu for saving and things like that. And I didn't really go much further, so we're going to go and have a look in the start menu. So we've got the game information, how long your cube's been going for, what era you're in. So at the moment we're in the cube is born. You've got another era of prodigious life, dinosaurs and mankind, and the birth and growth of civilization. So at the moment we're like really early on. You can see the episode results. You can clear the episode, you can clear it without using the Seed of Evolution. You can capture a 9-star organism. You can capture it with 5,000 CY cube years. Oh right, so if you do it within 5 million cube years, then you get extra points for that. And if you capture all the possible organisms within that level, then you get another star. So I never get 5 stars. So the avatar status just tells me your all your stats. It gives you your level, it gives you how big your cursor size can be, and some things about how far you've travelled and all that sort of thing, what items you found. Cube status gives you stats on your cube. It tells you how warm it is, what kind of species you've got, all that sort of thing. Now this is the library. Now this is important, very important. In the library, you have picture mode and you have tree mode. You can just go in, use it, pressing A. I think it's A. Yes, it's A. I'm on an Xbox controller, just in case any of you have different kinds of controllers. A on an Xbox controller might be different letters on another one. So at the moment, all we found is the stromatolite, and we're trying to get Calunia at the moment. We've also got Cyclomedusa, but we haven't captured it yet. So I need to go and capture that. Also, in this mode, you can look at a tree. So if you press the right back button, you can see how I've got stromatolite and how Calunia will go from that, and how that will then branch out into another couple of things. And I think you can zoom out with so that's just my right stick We'll let you zoom out. And then you can see all the things. All the things in the game. So this is what we're looking at. And so far we've done half an hour and we've done this. So you can see it's quite a lot of scope in this game. So if I come out of there now, with the back button B. Oh, not quite that far out. And then game description. So there's some tutorials you can go over again in there if you want. And then all your options you save back to the title screen, etc, etc. But the library was the thing I wanted to show you because if you don't have that, it's really hard. Really, really hard. Okay, so let's go and capture our Cyclomedusa, which is our little jellyfish thing down here. You do that again with the select button. And you get all the stats on the Cyclomedusa. Lovely. Okay, and for the sake of speed, I did say that I would do this for speed's sake. We'll ignore the score a little bit and we'll use the Seed of Evolution. At least I can show you what it does as well. So, Seed of Evolution, we're going to use it on this Stromatolite. And then we're going to go back to macro mode and we're going to wait for it to spawn. Again, I'll fast forward it. Wow, Calunia, you showed up really quickly. Happy birthday, Calunia. Here are 3 Seeds of Evolution. There's a limit to the number of items you can hold, so use them carefully. Next, I want you to birth an Elrathia. Do you know what a trilobite is? Elrathia is an ancient trilobite. It's an arthropod that swims and scuttles along the ocean floor, so it's our first kind of crab-like thing, I guess. The conditions for birth are as follows. Shallows of roughly 48 degrees and a minimum of 5,400 Cyclomedusa. We need a few more of those guys. Right, so let's see what the temperature is. See if we can make these guys. You can easily birth a species using an item, but it might be better to shape the terrain. Yeah, we want to do some terrain shaping. I want to use them if I'm struggling for something and it's taking me a lot of time, that's when I want to use it. So it said that it wanted it to be 48 degrees and at the moment our temperature is heading more towards 37. So I'm going to make this cursor as big as I can, which at the moment we can have a 3x3. And we're just going to make the sea a little bit bigger. Until we get the right sort of temperature. I'm just going to check the right stick and make sure the temperature is right. Yeah, 48 degrees. Okay. So we're just upping the temperature. We're up to 40 degrees now. Just making a big square pool. I'll make this a lot prettier later. Don't you worry. 42. I know it's very square at the moment. 51. No, it's not 44. 45. Got a good amount of shallows now. 46. Look at all this water I had to make. Look at it all. It's on most of the map. Okay, so let's go back to macro mode and see if that gets made quickly. And let's fast forward it. So we've got the right temperature now. So the Cyclomedusa are going up. Well, they're going up and down all the time. I need to make sure that they've got good conditions. If they don't go up, if they're really struggling, I will check their conditions and make sure I haven't messed them up. The Calunia is going up. Cyclomedusa, nah. Oh, it went up a little bit. I need 5,000 of them though. No, they don't seem very happy, so let's just go and check their particular stats and see what they're missing, if there's something they're missing. So I'll go to my library. And I'll go to Cyclomedusa. And it says that it's happy enough at anything between 28 and 63 degrees, which we are. Birth temperature between 43 and 53 degrees, that's fine. It needs a height of the sea. So I think I maybe need to dig some more sea. Some more like very, very low down sea. So let's just go and do that, shall we? And see if we can get their population a bit higher. I might need to raise the land in some places as well. Because they don't have... they've got this tiny little strip that they can live in down there. So I think we need to widen that. There we go. And we never captured that, did we? So let's go capture it. I love the little noise he makes. They're so cute. And we got to level up. So now I've made that sort of bigger trough in the sea. That all counts as sea level. It's still 48 degrees, so I haven't done too much to raise the temperature there. But hopefully that should give a bit of a bigger place for the Cyclone Medusa to spawn. So let's just go back to macro mode and see if that helps the Cyclone Medusa population. Let's fast forward it and see if that's helping. Not really. Oh, it is a bit. Oh, it is a bit. Yay, it is helping them. Yay, we've got Elrathia. Happy birthday, Elrathia was born. Looks like you're getting the hang of this. Yes, I am. You finally made it this far. Now it's time to move from water to dry land. You must birth the first organism to move to land, Baragwanathia. It's almost time. If this goes well, you'll be able to return to your world. This is a type of fern that breeds on land. Travelling far from its birthplace, it's the first life form that migrated to land. Lowland of 41 degrees C, minimum 6,000 Calunia, moisture 15%. These are the conditions for birth. Okay, so we need to bring the temperature down by about 6 or 7 degrees. And well, we've already got enough Calunia. And we need lowland. Okay, I'm going to bring that mountain down a little bit. No, I don't. I need higher land, don't I? Yeah, I need to make some of those shallows into lowland. That's all I need to do. So let's go do it. Here are 3 small recovery leaves, just a token of my appreciation. Now let's begin. Okay, so the recovery leaves are basically so that I can do a bit more. So it recovers my HP a bit. So let's just go, it's going to be annoying for these plants that have grown there, but we're going to raise the land. I can't remember which way around I'm going. Oh look, we got some green land there. So 45. So this is the dual purpose of creating lowland and lowering the temperature down to the 41 that we need. Okay, so let's fast forward the time a bit and see if we can... Oh no, something died. Elrathia went extinct. But we've made Bigea. Okay, that wasn't, I don't think, what we were meant to make. We made Elrathia again. There we go. Oh, it took a little while. The Baragwanathia. I finally birthed it. Just capture it and you're home free. Until then, you're free to do as you please, so just capture it whenever you're ready. So this is goodbye then. What? Oh, nothing. Now go. Go on. And I think with this, I shall end the episode. It's been a very good start. And yeah, the cube still looks a bit rubbish, but next episode you will see. It will get much better. Let's capture. We have captured it. It's our first land plant. Mission complete. Our time together was brief, but I'm grateful to you. I couldn't have done this on my own. Now go back to your world. So we have cleared the episode. Hooray! So we used the Seed of Evolution We didn't capture all the organisms, and we didn't capture a 9-star organism. I don't know what a 9-star organism even is, to be honest with you. But we're done with this one, and we got a good. And I think it's saving. Oh, we've got another cutscene, so I'll just show you this before the end of the episode. Is it all a dream? No, it can't be. After all, I'm in a cave right now. I should hurry home, I thought as I followed the light. But when I stepped outside, I couldn't believe my eyes. The trees before me resembled thick ferns and were clearly different from the trees I had walked by previously. What's going on? Had I been taken to another world? Perhaps I should take a look around. Oh no, we're back here again! What, back already? Kidding! You worked hard to birth a land plant, but I guess that wasn't enough. Since I can't do anything on my own, I guess you'll have to help me out some more. Prosperity is the goal now. You're going to make the land teem with life. You know about dinosaurs, right? They're famous organisms that roamed your world long ago. Your goal is to birth dinosaurs. If you get that far, I'm sure something will happen. This world, though, is too small to birth dinosaurs. I've expanded it somewhat, so the ratio of land to water has changed significantly. That means the temperature has likely lowered, so expand the sea to adjust the temperature. Okay, and I'm going to leave you there. Well, once Navi finishes speaking, I'll leave you there. He's going to give us some items, that's all. So we get a small rain cloud, strong sunlight. And you can see, obviously, what they do, increase and decrease moisture. I don't need them. Don't be that way. I guess you're still in a bad mood. You can have this river source then, too. It's very useful. You can use the river source on any flat land as long as it's 1 t tall and 3 by 3. Otherwise, it won't work. What'll happen, I wonder? Give it a try and find out. We'll have to find that out next episode. So, next episode, we will be trying to birth dinosaurs in this very, very glum-looking cube. I'm going to go into view mode. So this is our cube right now. Whoa! Ascend. Turn around. This is our cube. It's very, very, very grey. It has some life in the sea. But what will happen next time is we will get some life on the land, and we will get some shrubbery and greenery and all that sort of thing, good stuff going on. So I hope you will join me for the next episode, and we'll get some dino action going. If you liked the episode, then please do leave me a like, and if you'd like to see more, then please subscribe. I will let you know when the videos are out. I hope to see you next time, but in the meantime, please look after yourselves and keep being awesome.